Hello everyone, welcome to Debjit Decodes. So in this video we are going to see insertion in a circular linked list at the end or say at any position. Okay, so we'll be first talking about how to insert a node at the end of the circular linked list. Then I'll be also showing you, or I'll be also telling you that how you can insert that particular node or any particular node at any position of a circular linked list. So in the previous video we have already seen how to insert a node at the beginning of a linked list. Okay, the code is say 70% similar to that, right? So if you haven't watched that, I will be putting everything in the description so you can check out that video. Okay, this is the last video. So now see, suppose this is the circular linked list, right? This particular thing is the circular linked list. So what is the meaning of circular linked list? Again, just a quick recap, that the last node in case of a single linked list it was pointing to null, but here in case of circular linked list it will not point to null, it will point back to the first node. So the head, whatever the head is containing, say 1200, the last node will be containing the same thing because it would be pointing back to the first node in a circular fashion, right? So suppose this is the circular linked list already existing. Cool. Now if we want to insert this node, say 50, if we want to insert this node which is at memory location 3200, we want to insert this node where? At the end of this linked list, at the end of this linked list. Cool enough. Now if we want to do that, how to do it? So before seeing the code, let's just understand it here. So if we want to insert something at the end, what is the first thing that should come in our mind? That we need to traverse the entire linked list to reach the end first. So we'll be starting our journey from here, we'll be traversing one by one until and unless we are reaching the end. And once we have reached the end, say we are reaching here, we have reached here. Now what can be done? If this node is getting, say, coming here, if this node is coming here or getting a place here, so in that case, this particular last node, which was the last node previously, it was holding the address of the first node. So now it should not hold the address of the first node. Instead, it will be holding the address of this node. Because obviously this is a new node which will be sitting after this, and each node's address was holding the address of the next node. So it will be changed from 12002 to 3200. 12002 to 3200. Correct? So if it is holding, say, this node, now this will be broken. So it will not be like this. This will be broken. So this link will not be there. So instead, what will be happening? Instead, it would be holding, say, this particular thing. This particular thing, 50. Okay, and the memory location is 3200 because it is holding 3200, the address of the next node. That's how it is looking. And now, if this is the last node, if there is no more node, because we are inserting it where? At the end. So if this is the last node, as per the circular linked list, what should happen? This address part of the newly inserted node should hold the value of the head, because it should point back to where? To the first node. So it should point back to the first node. To point back to the first node, it should hold what? The address of the first node, right? So it should be holding 1200. It should be holding what? 1200, right? So whenever it is holding 1200, so it would be looking like this, na? So it would be looking like this, na? After this, it would be coming here, right? Again in circular fashion. So we need to do two modifications. One is the modification of this pointer part, and this is the modification of the newly created nodes pointer part, right? Then it would be done. Okay, so let's just not kind of waste this image, because this is the referral diagram I'll be using. Okay, and here we'll be making the changes. So let's just do it previously so that you can see at any position that what was the initial linked list. So this is the initial linked list, right? This is the initial linked list. Let's just not do anything over this image. We'll be doing it here. Okay, we'll be making the changes here. Now, okay, I need to change one thing. Here it would be 1200. Now, let's just start. Okay, now let's just see the code. Suppose, say, the name of the function is insert at end, because that should look like a valid name. So insert at end is the name of the function. And if we want to insert a node, try to understand, if we want to insert a node, we should pass a value. That value will be inside that node's data part, and that would be inserted. So that's what we are doing. We are taking a parameter that is int value. And suppose, say, if we want to insert this node, so what is the value? 50. Suppose, say, the value is 50. Cool, right? Now what will be doing? The first line, struct node star new node. So whenever a new node is arrived, because linked list is a dynamic data structure, so whenever a node is arriving, we'll be giving space. Now if you see a node, it is holding an integer part, a data part. So it is integer part is the data part and the pointer part. So integer is of 4 bytes suppose, and say pointer is of 8 bytes. So in that case, the total size of the node is 12 bytes. So what it will be doing? So it will be saying that new node has arrived. We need to accommodate somehow 12 bytes. So how to do that? It is saying that malloc, that is malloc is a function, inbuilt function of C. It is saying malloc stands for M stands for memory, alloc stands for allocation. So it is saying allocate memory. How much? Allocate memory for the new node, but how much? Size of struct node, or say see the structure of the node and take the size. So if you see the structure of the node and if you take the size, it will be 4 plus 8, 12. So it will be 12 will be returned by this particular thing. So malloc will be allocating memory of 12 bytes. So whenever you execute this line, how it will look like? A newly node has created at some memory location. Say the memory location is 3200, 3200, and there is a data part and an address part. I don't know what is in the data, what is in the address here, right? But I know that it is being given 12 bytes of space. It is 4. Suppose say this is 4 byte and this is 8 bytes. So total 12 bytes space is given. Understood? Now new node arrow data equals to value. So new node, this is the new node, this is the new node. So new node arrow data equals to value. What is the value that is being passed? 50. So now the new node's data part is holding 50. So now it is looking like this after this line. Now it is saying if head equals to null. What is the meaning of head equals to null? We have seen a lot of times. So if head equals to null, suppose say this is head and it is null. What is the meaning of head equals to null? Head holds the address of the first node, and if head is holding null, that means there is no node at all. If head is holding null, that means there is no node at all. That is what it is signifying. So if there is no node, if we want to insert a node at the end, that means only single node will be there. It doesn't really matter that you are inserting at the end or beginning or any position, because if there is no node, we can insert it in anywhere. So at the end means we just insert, we just need to insert, simple as that, right? So it is saying if head equals to null, head equals to new node. New node means the address of the new node. So what is the address of the new node? 3200. So this null will be replaced by 3200, because obviously one node will be there. So whenever you are making this, so it should look like this. So it is 3200 and 50, right? This is looking like this. Now new node arrow next. So new node arrow next, because it is circular linked list. So new node arrow next should hold what? The address head is holding. So it would be holding 3200. If you see, new node arrow next equals to head. That's what is happening. The last node, next part is holding the address of the head. So even if there is one node, that should hold the address of itself only, because the last node contains the address of the first node. So if there is only one node, that is the last node and that is the first node. So it should contain the address of itself. Easy peasy. So that is how it is looking, and then it will return. So that is how it is looking in case of there is head is null, right? But if you see, majority of the cases head will not be null. There will be an existing linked list. For the rhyming, is a see, this is the existing linked list with us. So if there is an existing linked list, this will say there are some nodes, at least there is one node or two node or three nodes. This condition will never be satisfied, because head will be holding some value. For example, if this there are 4 nodes, so head is holding some value, so head is not equals to null. So if head not equals to null, it will not go inside this particular if block. Correct? So it will come where? It will come here. Right? So do not now if head not equals to null, so do not see this. Okay, do not just see this. Let's just see this particular diagram now. This particular diagram, I will be making changes. The same diagram I am made in circular fashion. I will be changing here only. Okay, and this is the diagram you refer to, whatever I will be doing so far. Now see, struct node star temp. What is the one thing we will be doing? As I have said earlier as well, whenever you are seeing temp, there is a thing that should be in your mind if you have seen the previous video, that whenever we are taking a temp pointer, this might be used for traversal. Because what you have said, we need to traverse, because if you are inserting at the end, we need to traverse the entire linked list. So we are getting ready with a temp. So temp is holding what? Temp is holding head. What is the value of head? 1200. So temp is holding 1200. Now what do we need to do? We need to somehow traverse to the end. We need to somehow traverse to the end, right? Now, while temp not equals to head, okay? Because when do we know that we have reached the head? When we again hit head. right? Because in case of single linked list, this condition was temp arrow next not equals to null. But here there is no concept of null. We need to see when the head is getting repeated again, because if head is getting repeated again, that is a sign that we have reached the end, because last node is holding the address of head, or say the address of first node. Last node is holding the address of the first node, or whatever the head is holding. That's how we need to think. Now, while temp arrow next not equals to head, so what is temp arrow next? What is temp arrow next? If temp is 1200, then temp arrow next means go to 1200 location and see the next part. So it is 5500, 5500. That is not equals to head because head is 1200. So do temp equals to temp arrow next. So temp becomes temp arrow next. What was temp? Temp was 1200. Now temp becomes 1200 arrow next. That is 5500. We are moving one step. Now temp arrow next not equals to head. So what is temp arrow next? Go to 5500 and see the next part. So it is 7200. Again, this condition doesn't satisfy because head is 1200. So it comes here. Temp equals to temp arrow next. What was temp? 5500. Go to 5500. Take the next part. So it becomes 7200. Now again goes back. Temp arrow next not equals to head. So what is temp arrow next? Go to 7200 and see the next part. 1111. So temp arrow next becomes 1111. And if not, say this condition is satisfied, then come here. Temp equals to temp arrow next. So what is temp equals to temp arrow next? Go to 1111. Go to 1111. Right? If you see this, 1200 was the temp, last value of temp was 7200. So go to 7200 and take the next part. So 7200 and take the next part. That is 1111. If you can see, there is a pattern. Whatever this value is becoming, next time it is becoming here, or it is coming here. Right? So now temp is equals to temp arrow next. That is 7200. Go to this address and take the next part. That is 1111. Cool enough? Now temp is getting modified with 1111. Also the last value of temp is right now 1111. Now it goes here and checks temp arrow next. What is temp arrow next? Go to this memory location and check the next part. That is 1200. So now temp arrow next is 1200. Now if you see, while temp arrow next not equals to head, but right now temp arrow next is holding 1200 and that is the value of head. So this condition doesn't satisfy. And if this condition doesn't satisfy, we cannot go inside this loop. And if we cannot go inside this loop, what is the last value? This temp value will not be modified anymore. So it is the last value temp is holding. Temp is holding the last value as 1111. And what is 1111? The address of the last node, because we wanted to reach to the last node, and that's what we're doing. That's why we're here. 1111. Right? Now what will we be doing? Now if you are here, we first need to change this. Okay. So what will we be doing? Temp arrow next. So what is temp? 1111. So go to this and go to the next part. So here and update it with the new node. What is the meaning of new node? The address of the new node. So what is the address? 3200. So if you check here, we have traversed like this. Now we are here 1111. Now the temp is at 1111. So it is saying temp arrow next. So go to temp, that is 1111. See the next part and modify it with new node. So what is the value of new node? Say what is the address of new node? 3200. So it would be modified with, or say it would be replaced with 3200. Cool enough? Now new node arrow next, because if you see new node has been there but the next part is empty, we need to modify with something, because if it is inserted at the end, so what should this particular thing hold? The address of the first node. And who is holding the address of the first node? The head. Right? So if we can simply copy the value head here, then it would be done. So what we are doing? New node arrow next. So new node arrow next is equals to head. So it would be 1200. It would be 1200. So now if you are making this like this, so a node will be coming here and it will be coming somewhere here. So it would be like this. Right? So what is the memory location of this? This is 3200 because it is pointing to 3200. And what is the value? 50. And what it is holding? 1200. 1200. Now if you can see, this is the whole diagram. We have inserted it at the end of the linked list very much successfully. Right? So this is how we can insert a node at the end of a circular linked list. Correct? Now if we can see here, what is the time complexity? because we wanted to insert at the end, we need to traverse the entire linked list, and if the linked list is having n nodes, we need to traverse the order of, say, we need to traverse the all n nodes. So what would be time complexity? Order of n. Correct? The time complexity is order of n, because we are traversing n nodes. That's how you need to think. Keep it simple, right? Because we are going to very end. We are coming here. If there are n nodes, we are almost traversing n nodes, right? Now, this is all about, say, insert at end. But as I have said that in this video, we have already seen insert at beginning. Now we know how to insert at end. Now, if we insert at any position, let's just talk and summarize here. Now, suppose there is a node, say 25. This is the node. Suppose this is the node has arrived. 25, this part is empty. Also, the memory location is 7555. So, if we want to insert it at any position, say in between this 20 and 30, we want to insert this 25 here. So, what we need to do? We need to change this from 72002 to 7555 and need to modify this with this particular location. Getting my point? Because this 7200 is what? The address of this node. Now if it is getting inserted here, so this should be modified with what? This should be modified with 7555. So this should be changed with 7555 like that, and this should be modified with the address of this one. So this should be 7200. Then it will be inserted because it is holding the address of this node which is coming after this, and this is holding the address of this node which is coming in between. Now, why I am not making a separate video for inserting at the middle or inserting at any position? Because if you see, for inserting at beginning, what is the thing? You need to push it here somewhere, just like you have seen in the last video. And there is some connection with this part for inserting at the beginning. Because we have seen why we need to traverse to the end. Because if we are inserting something at the beginning, this pointer should also be, or so this value or this address should also be changed or modified. In case of inserting at the end, we have already seen just now. In case of inserting at the end, again, this value should be modified. And why is the change from normal single linked list to circular linked list? Here only. Because apart from this, everything is absolutely similar. Here for circular linked list, this is the thing, but for, say, single linked list, it was null. Now, if you want to insert a node at the middle, right? So, is there anything to do with this last node? Is there anything to do with the last node? The answer is no, because we need to somehow reach to the middle, and we have to play with this and this, nothing else. We need to modify this and this. This has nothing to do with this pointer, or say this value, or say this address. I hope you are getting it. Because we do not need to traverse to the end. Even if you are inserting at the beginning, we need to change it. If you are inserting at the end, we need to change it. But if we are inserting at the middle, we do not need to do anything with this. So this becomes absolutely similar like single linked list insertion at any position. So insertion at any position means what? It can be at the beginning. So if it is at the beginning, just call the function what we have shown in the previous video. If it is at the end, just call this function available in this video. So you have seen both the cases. And if it is somewhere in the middle, if it is not at the beginning or at the end, that means it is somewhere in the middle. In that case, you do not need to modify this. So if we do not need to work with this node or say this particular address, then it is absolutely similar like single linked list. So we have already shown you that how to insert a node at any position in single linked list. So it is similar to that, this particular thing. If it is beginning, then you see the previous video. If it is end, then call this function. Any position means it can be any position. So if it is at the beginning, call the previous function, previous video's function. If it is at the end, call this function. And if it is apart from beginning and end, you simply take the reference from the video you have already shown in case of any position in single linked list. So this is all about insertion at circular linked list at the end or any position. In case of any position, the time complexity would be order of n once again. So that is all the things. I will be putting the link in the description for insert at the beginning, that is we have done in the last video, as well as the insert at any position for single linked list. You can see and this video say the code and all these things, the logic will be same as it is. So I hope whatever we have talked about in this video made absolute sense to you. So thank you for watching and stay tuned for the next videos.